All right, I hope you all are excited as I am to hear about careers in public safety, EMS, and criminal justice. And we have with us none other than Dave Oleson, our Chair of Emergency Medical Service, and Rand Padgett, our Chair of Criminal Justice. How are you, gentlemen?
We are good. Thank you, Christopher, and hello, everybody.
Unmute.
Here he goes.
Hi, everybody. Rand Padgett here. Great, thanks. Christopher, I've been waiting to see the mustache, dude. Been waiting to see it. Good. Looks good. All right.
All right. So, Rand, I guess I'll start it off.
You go first.
Kick it over to you, and we can tag team this. So.
Sure.
All right. So again, my name is Dave Oleson. I'm the program director for the Emergency Medical Services program here at Victor Valley College. I'm also the department chair, and my colleague is here with me tonight, Rand Padgett. And yes, we are in a building about 14 miles away from the main campus, but this is part of the college. It's been here since 2012, and I'm not going to give away who our neighbor is. You guys can figure that out. But in the Emergency Medical Services program, we are one of three disciplines here. Rand is going to talk about criminal justice, and fire technology is out here as well. But the Emergency Medical Services, so you might ask yourself, what does this program entail? What do I do with this? Can I get a job out of this? The answer is yes, you can get a job out of this. And even if you aren't looking for a career in public safety, we have courses that are very short. They meet in the evenings, sometimes on weekends, and they're designed just to give you a level of preparedness to be ready just in case the worst happens. And by the worst, I mean somebody that you're around is injured. Somebody you're around may stop breathing, or their pulse may stop. We give you those life skills that you can take anywhere you go. Both in country and out of country, and be able to make a difference in a moment when other people are standing around looking at their phones trying to figure out who to call. You can be prepared and feel comfortable and confident with jumping into action. So we offer three disciplines here within the Emergency Medical Services. And the first one that I was just describing is more of a community preparedness course, and that's called the Emergency Medical Responder, and that's EMS 50. We offer that every semester here at Victor Valley College, including summers and winters. And this is a 2.5 unit course that meets typically 8 weeks for 2 nights a week on Monday and Wednesday evenings, generally after work hours. We start at about 5:30 and we run until 8 o'clock in the evening for that 8-week period. When you conclude this course, you will have your CPR certification. You'll be trained on how to stop bleeding, including using emergency tourniquets. And that's something we're doing with all of our courses right now, just to make us more prepared. And once this course is done, you can use this to jump right into, if you're interested, and we've piqued your interest in a career in public safety, you can jump right into the Emergency Medical Technician class, which is EMS 60. That course is a bit longer. It's 9.5 units. It generally runs the entire semester, but we do offer some different structures depending on what your work or home life schedule is. We have a 10-week course that meets 2 days a week, all day. We have a 16-week course that meets 2 nights a week. And we have another 16-week course that meets only on Saturdays all day long. So that's really, that course is designed to get you ready to go to work as an emergency medical technician. Those of you that have maybe seen American Medical Response, those ambulances up here in the high desert, or San Bernardino County Fire Department ambulances, those 2 people on that piece of equipment, one is a paramedic, one is an EMT, and chances are that EMT was probably trained here at Victor Valley College. So that's a great entry point for a job in the emergency medical services. If you want to go a little bit further than that, the third discipline we offer is paramedic. That one does require some experience as an emergency medical technician before you can apply. It's very competitive. Generally, we get about 60 applications, and take about 25 to 30 students per class. So we do a written exam and then an oral interview. So I know we offer that here at Victor Valley College, interview practice, putting together resumes and things like that. So I would take advantage of those things, because when you apply for the paramedic program here at Victor Valley College, you will go through a written process. You will go through a panel interview. So if you have some life skills with that already and take advantage of what we offer here at the college, that can just make you that much more prepared. That program, the paramedic program, is 1 year in duration. It's 40.5 units. It's also eligible for an associate's degree in emergency medical services. And once you are done with that 1 year, 8-course, 40.5 units of instruction, you are eligible to sit through your national licensing exam and go to work as a paramedic. I'll tell you right now, paramedics are in demand. There are more openings right now than there are qualified applicants to fill those seats. Just as an example, San Bernardino County Fire Department right now is down 29 positions countywide. So that's room for an EMT or a paramedic. Those jobs earn a great living wage. You can support a family, you can buy a home, you can buy a car, you can even continue your academic pursuits in school, which we do promote with all of our students. So in a nutshell, those are our 3 disciplines that we offer here. And I don't want to take up too much time, but I want to give time to my colleague, my partner, and good friend, Rand Padgett, who's sitting in an office and he looks like he's in a different location, but he's actually only about 100 feet away from me. So Rand.
Man, that was quick. Good job, Dave. The directors up, hello, everybody. The directors up here at the Regional Public Safety Training Center we call ourselves the 3 Musketeers. We all get along very, very well. Fire, EMS, and law enforcement corrections work very, very well together. And our students feel that too. We have crossover students that go from one discipline to the other up here too. If you haven't been up here, this is a great family outing to come check it out once you figure out where it is. If you want to contact me anytime, I'd be more than happy to arrange for a tour. So I'm going to do something a little bit low tech. And I'm going to put this up in front so you can see this. And so I'll keep talking. I would ask you to submit your questions now. So Christopher can ask them for us if you have anything at the end of my little brief presentation here. But the key critical thing that I would like you to get out of this is the email address and phone number. I'm fortunate to have 37 adjunct faculty members here. We have 32 courses. We have 27 of them that are academic in nature. And for spring 2021, they're going to be online. And so online/Zoom. But our 5 classes are face-to-face, and they're awesome courses. We are doing face-to-face. We're meeting all the COVID-19 restriction requirements, and we are doing face-to-face stuff. So we have a student from downtown LA. I just talked to him yesterday. He has been trying to get classes at 2 other academies, and he can't get it. They can't get the CJ 58 laws of arrest, and they can't get the firearms course because 2 other colleges have shut them down because of low enrollment. Our face-to-face courses are down in enrollment, but we are open and we'd love to have you. So the key critical number is my phone number. Once again, we have 37 adjunct faculty and me. I'm the only full-time. That means that with as Regina knows, the praise report and financial obligation requirements, anything having to do with the actual department chair running of the department, that's me. So I'm full-time. So I'm a moving target. We're scrambling all the time. So this is my cell phone, and I publish it, and I strongly encourage you to call me and email too if you have any kinds of questions at all. So I leave this up here because what I would like you to do is check out our Facebook page, and please check out our Instagram page. These are our 2 addresses, and they're right here, and I'll keep it up. Those of you that are watching from home, feel free to take a picture of your screen and then blow it up and look at it, or you can write it down. I'll hold it up here for just about another minute, and then give a presentation on a few other things. But this is us. This is me, and I field about right now before school. I field about 18 phone calls a day. And if you miss me, leave a voicemail, I'll call you back. I would love to hear from you. So we're unique in the sense that some people think that we are simply that we have academies, which we do. Other people think that we just have academic classes. We have those too. So we have both. We are currently in doing dual enrollment in 6 area high schools. And so that's been a very positive career pathway option for students that want to figure out um, how to get a career and how to get prepared for a career in criminal justice. We're very fortunate. I've been here 4.5 years, almost 5. And we just this last semester had our very first students from high school who came and said, I'm not going to take CJ 101 because I already took it in high school. Or I already took the traffic class in high school. Well, good for you. So we offer that in 6 area high schools. So that's that's really cool. That's something that we branched out and done the last 4.5 years. We have academic classes to prepare people for the opportunity to go into the following careers, and I wrote them down so I wouldn't forget them. But if you want to be a police officer, a sheriff deputy, a probation officer, a correctional officer, a fire marshal, we have fire personnel. We've got 3 people signing up just that are going to take the class starting next Tuesday, taking the laws of arrest CJ 58 because they want to do that and be armed as a fire marshal in the fire service. So we have folks in other disciplines that come to our place and take courses so that they can move up within their own profession. And that's a very common practice. So we've got folks that want to be fire marshal. Believe it or not, we've had this last semester, we had 3, the previous semester we had 4, and this semester we've got 4 people that want to be bounty hunters. They want, so they're getting the CJ 58, the PC 832, California Penal Code Section 832, laws of arrest and search and seizure and arrest and control. And then there's a laws of arrest that's CJ 58, and then there's a 832 firearms, that's CJ 30. So if you would like to shoot, we have a state-of-the-art firearms facility here. I wish you could see it because it's 11 feet right there. It's right there from my office. It's so cool. And I've got a couple thousand rounds here and I shoot on a regular basis. It's fantastic. In this day and age, there are many people that think that guns are bad. But we have in the high desert, we have an extreme high number of folks that are firearms enthusiasts. And would you be surprised as I was? Guess what gender has more people signing up for our firearms courses than any other? Who do you think it is? Females. We have more females. I love teaching and training females. And the reason why is because they know what they don't know. They listen. They follow the recipe as directed, and they come out with shot groups at 9 inches within an hour of instruction, having never before touched a gun before. So that is a topic that makes some people feel very uncomfortable, but I sure appreciate the insights and the foresight that our Board of Trustees had when they considered this, building this facility here in 2008 when Measure JJ passed, because we have a state-of-the-art firearms facility here at Victor Valley College. A lot of people don't know that. We'd love to give you a tour. We could give you a virtual tour also, but it's a fantastic place up here. It's a place where careers begin. Careers really begin here because people get their certifications and they go on to get jobs. Those of you that are interested in law enforcement that are watching this here, do something. If you want to do something fun, go to 832 PC jobs. Just Google search it. 832, the number 832 PC as in penal code jobs in California. 832 PC jobs in California. And you tell me how surprised you are at the types of jobs you can get with that one certificate with a good, awesome prevailing wage, a livable wage of $46,000 to $60,000. Some of them are smaller. We've got a couple in San Bernardino County that are about $40,000 to start, but it's good career money to start a career with pay and benefit package. So there are many folks during this time period, especially the last 6 months, that are afraid to go into law enforcement. I get it. I was a cop for 30 years. And it's a tough profession, but it always has been. but there's a great need for good, qualified, honest, honorable law enforcement personnel, and there always will be. But we have correctional officers here. We have a correctional officer academy here. We have 2 firearms classes we're doing this spring. The first one starts on the 20th of February, the other one in April. It's not too late to sign up at all. We'd love to have you sign up. If you have any questions, once again, call me at my number, 559-908-1498. For the campus number, those of you that are hooked into the campus phone number and system, I'm extension 2710, 2710. My extension is 2710. Love to hear from you. Leave me a message, I'll call you back. You can also get me on my cell 24/7. We're happy with what we offer here. We are growing. We've grown significantly. We've grown from 500 student registrations when I first came here to 834 last semester. Even during COVID, we've been doing really well. Our face-to-face numbers have dropped. People, I think, are scared, and worried, and concerned, and I totally understand that. But we're still running, where a lot of other law enforcement agencies' academies are not running. It surprised me that the firearms classes were shut down. It did surprise me, but that's what's happened because of low enrollment. So we'd love to have you. I should tell you that we have, going back to this form here, those of you that want to get a transfer degree, our transfer degrees are up these last few years. Most of our students are going down. We have a couple that just went to Cal Baptist, but most of our students go to California State University, San Bernardino. They go right down the hill. There's a good criminal justice department there, and things have been very successful for us moving people there. So you can get an AS degree. You can get a certificate and get a job. That's one way to go through VVC. Get a certificate to go get a job, certificate specific. You can get an AS degree, associate's degree, or you can get a associate's transfer degree. Now, I've gotten permission to mention her, but Kelly Beach is our I just lost the term. She's our vocational ed and instructor counselor out here. Thanks, Dave, for helping me out. Career Technical Education, CTE, is the fancy new words for vocational ed. She's our career technical education counselor. I think all, or if not all, most of EMS students that Dave has go through her to help with the ed plan, even if they get it from another counselor, because we're career specific out here. And so she's very good and careful about guiding folks to the exact right classes to take to get where the student wants to get to. So she is amazing. You can catch her out here. She's actually based out here with us. So she has done a lot as far as I send all of our referrals to her, and people come out a lot better because they have a career plan and they get an education plan that goes with it regarding specific classes you need to take. So I would love to take your questions. That's all I have. We're happy. We want you to know that we're live and vibrant out here. This is a move and shake in place. They've got about 38 Fire 95 students that are going to start Academy on Monday. I don't know if Dave talked about, or if Dave will take a few minutes to talk about his numbers, but like I said, our face-to-face numbers, we have plenty of enrollment areas. School hasn't started yet. So if you're interested or have any questions, you call me. Please call me at my number, and I'd be more than happy to answer any of your questions. And if it's not for this semester, maybe next semester. Okay. So love to hear any questions, and thanks for the opportunity to be here. Thanks.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Rand. And I did Google PC 832 jobs, and an awful lot sure do come up. So those opportunities are definitely out there, and where better to get trained at than out at our very own regional public safety training center.
Christopher, I have a question for you. Christopher, you there?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So what surprised you when you looked it up? Anything surprise you?
Actually, how close the very first job that pops up on the very first link it's local. It's right here in San Bernardino, or I'm sorry, in Big Bear. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was a surprise me right off the bat, actually.
Sometimes when people think about college, it's something that is nefarious and kind of weird and mysterious, and they can't figure it out, put their finger on it. But one of the mantras I say is, come to college and bring a friend, and 2, come to college and get a job.
Right, there you go.
And some people think, well, you're just an old wacky man. Well, I am, but it's true. It's true. And we have, what's so cool now, I've been here 5 years. David's been here a long time. I would love to have, we got more time now. I would love to hear what some of Dave's stories about some placement. He's got some great placement stories of students that came here and found themselves and found their way. They truly did. They found themselves. And I'll tell you, this is a 2-year college, and I've still got students that are in the 4th year here because they're taking 6 and 9 units at a time, or their life experience changes, their life situation changes. And they're figuring it out, Christopher.
Right.
They're figuring it out, and that's what's awesome.
Absolutely, absolutely. Actually, Dave, we'll put you on the spot. Do you have any former students that you can think of that landed their dream job or their dream location that you can share with us?
I'm going to say all of them. So
Good
when you're talking about paramedic students, we have, and this is, I'm going to brag a little bit because Rand's been doing it for like 10 minutes and I knew he would. That's okay. We have a 100% placement rate for all of our paramedic graduates in terms of job placement. A lot of them have obtained jobs prior to even finishing the program. They've got what's called conditional offers from all over the United States. We have agencies from Louisiana, Texas, and North Carolina recruiting here at Victor Valley College right now. Whether they used to be able to come out here, now they're doing things virtually. And of course, we have our local agencies up here as well. But all of our paramedic graduates get employment almost immediately when they finish. Their earning potential goes up about 100% from what they were making prior to that. So I know a lot of parents, loved ones, family members, spouses really enjoy that because if they're still living at home, it's a trip out of the house and they're able to support themselves. But as far as success stories go, I'm going to say every student that comes through here is a success story. They learn something about themselves. They make a difference. And I got to tell you, quite a few of them come back and actually end up being part-time adjunct faculty here in our program. In fact, if I look at our 4th full-time faculty member that we hired 6 years ago, Christy Myers, was in our 2nd paramedic academy. We're up to class 41 right now. So she's a product of Victor Valley College from the very beginning. She's here today, but she's in labs right now. But she's got a great story of how she kind of came to enjoy this profession and just love it. When she was just getting out of high school, she thought this was the furthest thing from what she wanted to do. Me personally, EMS was not my first choice. I'm going to have to say I just fell into this by complete mistake. It was the best mistake I ever made. And I got to give a shout out to Rand because you know what I wanted to do out of high school? I wanted to be a police officer. I had a friend of mine. A lot of you have friends, and those of you listening have friends that probably give us advice on what to do in life, especially if we're graduating from high school or maybe recently graduated and we still don't have it quite figured out. We haven't found our passion for something yet because let's face it, we're young and we're experiencing things and we've got to discover. And that's really what our role here is at Victor Valley College, to help you, give you opportunities to discover different things that maybe you didn't think of yourself in before. But this was not my first career choice, being an EMS. Wanted to be a police officer, came right out of high school, and I had a good friend that was pre-med that had just taken his EMT course and went to work and said, you know what, you want to be a police officer, right? I said, yeah. And remember, I was a guy that got faint at the sight of blood. I didn't like heights, and I stuttered when I spoke in front of people. That was just, it was a thing that I had. I obviously don't do that anymore, and I'm totally comfortable in front of lots of people talking about my program. But those were 3 things that I thought right out of high school would have kept me from doing this job. I didn't like heights, I hated blood, and I couldn't stand in front of people and talk to them because I got really nervous and I used to sweat a lot. But I gave it a shot. And my buddy said, you know what, if you want to be a police officer, you know, they usually get there first to traffic accidents and drownings during the summer. And wouldn't you feel a lot better about being prepared for your profession if you took an EMT course? And I thought long and hard about that. So that kind of makes sense, but I don't like blood and, I don't like all that stuff. I can't do that. He said, just try it. Trust me. So I listened to him and I did it. 32 years later, I'm still a paramedic. I'm in education. I got over the blood thing. I obviously got over the fear of heights because I was a flight paramedic on a helicopter for 8 years. And I obviously got over my speaking issue in front of people and stuttering, all because I gave it a shot. If I had let those 3 fears that I came out of high school with dictate what I did in life, I would have missed the best thing ever. And what I love about this job, about being a paramedic, I teach full-time now, but being a paramedic, is you have the opportunity to make a difference in somebody's life. And the things that you say and the things that you do in that moment, they're going to remember forever. You may forget in a half hour, but they're going to remember what you said to them, what you did, your kind words, whether you had an attitude, and you can make a huge difference in people. And that's what gets me up in the morning. You don't hear that often from patients. I've maybe had 5 patients in 30 years actually come find me afterwards and said, you know what? Thank you very much. You made a difference. My son passed away, but you were there and you stayed with us for like a half hour and you explained things to us and you were just there for us. And do you remember, Mr. Oleson, you actually gave me a hug? And I may not remember those things, but they remember it. And so it's that difference that really drives me. And when I'm in the classroom training we have 700 EMS students come through our program in a year, roughly, between here and the high schools that we do courses at. And if I can just get half of them to look forward to see that experience that they're going to be having down the road, I think we've won. We've absolutely won. So this is a great career. I love it. That's it. That's my story.
Wonderful. Thank you. Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Another big round of applause for Mr. Oleson and Mr. Padgett here. We want to appreciate not only the fact that you guys have done that frontline work for us, kept us safe, kept us protected, but now you're teaching others. It's always one of my favorite things when I'm out at the Regional Public Safety Training Center to talk about how the fact that they train heroes. They train the people that you want showing up on your worst day. Doesn't get much better than that. So thank you both very much. I highly encourage anybody who has any inklings to make sure that they check out the amazing programs that are in there. And we got more great information, of course, about the programs, but just about life. Give it a shot. Dave Oleson says, give it a shot. What's the worst could happen, right? You might wind up finding something that you accidentally step into, and 32 years later, here you are, right? You could be Mr. Padgett and know exactly what you want to do from birth. That's why he started at 3 years old. I don't know if anybody knows that. He was in the academy by 5, captain by 12, right?
You're
it went something like that. It went something like that.
Did you get any questions during this time period? Anybody write in a question?
No, I think you gentlemen nailed it, and then they're going to be calling you to get more info. Cool. I think they're ready to go. But at this point, and thank you again for that other piece of advice. Would you repeat it one more time? It was, if you're coming to college, grab a buddy and one more time. Would you repeat that?
Come to college, bring a friend. Mm-hmm. Come to college, get a job.
Come to college, bring a friend. Come to college, get a job. I love that.